Kind of hard to believe I'm about to make a fan video on such a disgusting day out. Yuck. Look at this thing. Pulled this off the curb a couple weeks back. I thought it was a Sunbeam fan at first, but it's not. It's actually a Coolworks fan. Not that it really matters. They're all basically from the same factory in China anyway. It just depends what name they try to put on it. And I just got finished oiling the motor because it needed it. It's pretty bad. It was actually almost completely seized up. But now it turns pretty freely. But now I gotta clean or put it all back together. I've never seen a fan that came apart like this. It's just kind of weird. The motor comes out with the back. It's just a standard shaded pole motor. There's nothing special about it. But every single bit of this, and you can probably see it on that, is covered in some kind of a weird, like, grimy, I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's like oil or maybe it was used in the kitchen or something. But I've already started with cleaning out this here. I'm going to have to finish that off. Get that all cleaned up and nice and whatever. And then I'll have to do the blades. These blades are probably kind of bent. And I'm sure that's going to be fun to try and clean. You can see, I actually ended up leaving this sitting out for a couple of days in the rain by accident. But it doesn't seem to have made it too worse for wear. I think there's a little bit of rust on it that it didn't have when I picked it up. Yeah, probably a little bit, but whatever. As long as the fan itself still runs, which it probably does. Okay, got the cover put on. You can see there, they put this cover on it, so it looks like it's got a real motor, but the reality is it's not. You can see I've cleaned it up. It's probably about as good as it's ever going to get. It's still a little bit kind of icky, but not as bad as it was. So, and I got to put the blades back on. The way that this works is there's a little indentation on the motor shaft for the blades. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see it or not. And there we go. Forgot this had a video link. But yeah, there's a little indentation there that the screw goes into. Okay, there's the blade screwed into place. It's definitely off balance, or it will be off balance, but I don't really feel like doing too much fixing on that because, again, it's not really worth it. It's so easy to bend these blades. It's just kind of crazy how cheaply made these things are. So now I gotta mount this back into the actual case, and in order to do that, I have to actually screw this back in as well. This is the switch. And I don't know which side is which. Because it does not really make that clear. So I'm going to just have to make an assumption based on where that cable goes. Okay. So, now, I have the back in place. I'm just going to get the switch assembly put back in there. And I put the front on. Maybe not. I think it's probably fine. But put the front on, then we can actually give this thing a run up and see if it works or what else it happens to do. Because again, I want to reiterate, this was a trash find and I've never actually tested it, so it could be completely broken and I could have just wasted, probably a good 30 minutes of my time on this. Okay. Got this all reassembled. Looks pretty nice. But looks are nothing if it doesn't work. So I had it plugged in. Started on low. Push it up to high. About what I expected for this. Look at that junk on the front of this. Maybe a little bit louder than the Sunbeam fans. but not that much. So it's basically the same thing, just with a slightly different design. So now back to off. You'll be able to see how off-center that blade is. And that spin down time, it's probably better than it was when it was brand new. It's still going. Alright. We'll start it up on high this time. And again, back to off. There you have it. Coolworks fan, saved from the landfill. All I had to do was oil it. Put a little bit of elbow grease into it. Just goes to show you what a wasteful society we can be.